Is it 1,000 silver pieces for one, or what's the...
10.
10 silver pieces for one gold piece?
Yep.
So if I were dual wielding, probably something like battle axe or something. Then
Yeah,
it would
that
be,
wouldn't be a D8. It would be a D10 to be D8.
Okay. And it would be I'd roll for both of them, right? See if I hit.
Yes, you'd roll for each attack.
What am I doing? A shield. Shield and...
Shield. Yeah. Seems to see up a bit. 2. Forgot to add this other character to my graveyard.
So if you kill mine today, I mean I can't play her Wednesday.
Yes, you can revive her.
Damn.
Anyone below...
She really doesn't want to die.
Yeah, I can get that feeling. Anyone below a level 4 can be automatically restored by their faction. You just have to get to the faction. It's a little hard to do that with a dungeon, but you can retcon it.
Yeah, that seems kind of middle of the dungeon, just like, please. Please, faction.
Your faction representative, your chaperone should teleport in. Okay. I know what to play.
Cut up your map.
Okay, probably. We'll be okay.
What? Necessary.
Is it a placemat? Like.
That's the one I was missing.
I'll move this.
Alright, all level 1s, right? Oh wait, how max?
Level 3.
I'm level 2.
ACs, they're all on the cards. They're not on the front.
What?
Nothing. Something I already asked for.
Shields.
Wait, right? Because that's what this means.
Yeah.
I'm on- I
He
know
scaled
I'm-
you to level 2.
Okay, yeah. Because I already know I've chosen circles, and then which means I have to come in here.
Hey, Brand. The guy that was going to play is just tuning in. He's a little exhausted and lazy.
It's
come out and hang out with some friends and play D&D.
Lame.
Alright, so gonna start off just having you introduce yourselves to one another, kind of meeting each other along the pathway to a certain dungeon that you've been assigned to by your faction to clear out. Just to railroad us straight in, for each one of you, you've been given an assignment to look for either artifacts of extreme power, so magic items that have different bits of arcane energy trapped or imbued within them, history scrolls, any books or things that have been written down, poems that have been well preserved about a draconic cult. So anything of a draconic origin, you're really looking for more information for as you make your way towards this sunken fortress. It's ruins that have sunken beneath the level of the ground for the last several centuries. It is unbeknownst why this place has finally made its way so far beneath the surface. It's actually going to require about a 300-yard travel down the edge of a ravine to get to the base in this entrance. So if you wouldn't mind just introducing yourselves to one another as you're traveling down this little roadway and this nice little evening that we have us.
Oh snap. Okay.
Apologies. It's been a long journey, as it were, and we're going downhill in like through.
Right now, y'all are walking through a semi-forested, partially mountainous area, talking to one another on your way to the cavern or the
Okay.
little
And
crevasse.
is this a specific draconic cult that we are looking, or any draconic?
Any
cult?
draconic cult information. You've heard conflicting stories all the way from dragons eating chupacabras from this story. So you're really just trying to find out the true nature of what this temple was built around, or this fortress was used to defend.
Oh, okay. Okay, I can work with that. I want to find some fancy scrolls about draconic cults. That actually sounds really interesting, if I'm being perfectly honest.
It really can be.
I assume said scrolls would be in said language.
Yep.
So, well, my name is Breeze. What about you, dude?
I'm Max. I'm a human. I'm a fighter.
You're a human.
Yes.
Human fighter.
I'm very proficient in combat. That's my main thing. I'm not super smart, but I can get by. A little wit.
A little wit? What'd you call your wit?
A little wit.
So, how I like it.
Yeah. Index is the front of the... Oh, they're really close to that.
That's what I thought. I just did not see.
Well,
Right
while
there.
he's searching for his bags.
Next 2 pages.
Yeah, he's
My name, I'm Denaria.
Denaria.
I am Wood Elf Moon Druid. I'm not very strong, I'll be honest with you, but extremely wise, so if you need any advice.
Okay, well that's cool. I would say I'm pretty wise myself. I am a druid gnome. We're rocking the double druid in the party.
Okay,
We'll
nice.
See,
You're
see
all
how
just
that goes.
transforming around.
Two different circles, though.
That's true. Well, I'm not. I guess I'm not technically a lane druid yet because I'm one. I'm level 1. So
He's decided.
yeah, I'm deciding.
What could I serve?
Still a disciple of the trials.
Moonside.
Alright, so I'm assuming y'all don't maybe have horses with y'all or any carts because y'all are such low levels, don't have too much gold to your name yet.
We done, alright?
You do. So, y'all are going to start off. It's going to take y'all about 18 hours to make it from where you're currently standing to the actual treacherous pathway that lies ahead of you. So who's going to be leading the group as y'all kind of walk along? If you wouldn't mind giving me a little marching order with your miniatures so I can get a visual.
I would say Max leads. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Well, we'll have Max then me.
Okay.
Then Denaria.
Walking heel to toe, marching along the pathway. Hi ho, to the sunless citadel we go. To die in terror. Ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho. Alrighty. So they're going to make it through the entire 18 hours without any troubles, without any issues, and make it to the edge of this crevasse. As you look down, it's quite massive. It seems to stretch out very similar to the Grand Canyon in the directions left and right. As far as the expanse is wide, it's about 150 yards before you reach the other side of this cliff face.
Okay, and how, like, is it like a sheer drop?
It seems to be a sheer drop on most of the faces around, but there seems to be a very old staircase that has been carved into the side of this cliff face. It's been
On our
deteriorating
side?
over time. Yes, on
What
your
about
side.
on the other side, can we see?
Now you can see the other side. It seems to be just the same sheer shale type smooth stone that's on y'all's side beside the staircase.
But I mean, is there a staircase on the other
There is
side?
not a staircase on the other side.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And so we are in a semi-forested area, and it's foresty area, ravine, more forest.
Yes, on the other side there was more forest as well.
Do we know, as far as geographically, how wide the forest is?
Yes, as far as you can tell, it is about another 12 hours travel to the east side of this forest, another 18 to the west.
Okay.
It's a 2-day trip to reach the north side of the forest, and y'all have just reached about a day's travel in. So
Okay.
y'all are already
And we
about
have been traveling what direction?
north.
North. Okay.
Yes, so y'all had already been in the forest for about 6 hours when you had started this trek
Okay.
in a small sound of Oakhurst.
Okay. Can I steal the pencil?
Yes. What's versatile mean?
Or you can use it for two-handed or one-handed.
Okay, so whenever it's two-handed, then it's.
Mhm.
Ooh, hard distance. We get 2 warhammers and a shield.
All right, two warhammers and shield. Just make sure to mark it down. So as you're walking along, trudging away in your satchel, trying to decide what items you're going to pull from the virtual store, kind of like Skyrim, changing characters and races right in front of your eyes.
Can I run like either a perception or a history check on the stairs? Give me any clues on its origin.
You can give me a perception if you want to see how treacherous it might look, and do a history if you're trying to see who might have been able to craft this.
Yeah, I'm more interested in who would have built it.
That I can answer. Give me a roll, sir. Give me your history.
9, 6.
All right. So let's just give you a little scenery. The old road, which is the road that you've been traveling on, passes near a narrow ravine. At the road's closest approach to the left, several broken pillars jut from the earth where the ravine widens. 2 of these pillars stand straight, but most lean, sloped, really tumble over on one another, leaning against themselves. Others are broken, and several have apparently fallen into the deep depths. A few similar pillars are visible on the opposite side of the ravine, but there are no staircases. A sturdy, knotted rope is tied to one end of a leaning pillar, and the other side jumps down into the ravine. And the closest you can get to the first landing for these staircases is a 20-foot drop from where this knot is tied, as the first 20 feet of the staircase have collapsed in.
Okay. All right. That is interesting.
We're trying to get up the other side, right?
No, we're going down.
Right.
And
but once
there-
we get down, is that
We're
where
not going back up.
Oh.
Our objective is in the
okay,
ravine.
Gotcha. Sorry.
To my knowledge, said ruins are in the bottom of said ravine.
I don't think we're ready for that.
Uh-huh.
Oh, we are.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No,
Yeah.
explicitly, yeah.
That was kind of the intro.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay.
Railroading right in, just to take us
Oh,
quickly
okay.
jutting into a story.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, cool.
So we have
Can I run just a really quick perception, see if there's anything that
Mhm.
sticks out?
The pillar standing in front of you.
1.
Well, one, you hit your head on one of the pillars. As you get closer, you see what appears to be a keyhole, but what really is a tick hole.
Oh.
Seems to be small bugs that burrowed their way into a hole in the side of the
Oh,
stone.
what?
In the stone.
Tick hole. T.
Tick hole.
well.
T.
Both are
Can I
small.
take my odds since he knocked out?
Enunciation.
Can I run a perception and take my odds since he
Yes,
knocked
you
out?
can. As he just hits his forehead on this pillar.
I say move
Seems to be
aside.
shafted
Let
by
me-
the
let
shaft.
the women. Let the women take care of this. Yeah, I'm gonna look at that.
Okay, 9 plus whatever your perception modifier is.
5.
Oh yeah. I guess.
Okay, so 14.
Okay.
I guess I actually rolled a.
Oh yeah, but
4,
yours is a crit fail. So,
oh, well.
those are fine.
So 14.
so- The pillars are worn and broken. There seems to be some graffiti on there in some sort of archaic language. What languages do you speak?
I speak Celestial, Common, Druidic, and Elvish.
Alright, you are not able to understand it, but it seems to bear common resemblance with Elvish. What languages do you two speak?
I have Draconic, Dwarvish, Gnomish, Druidic.
Okay.
Gnomish.
Just dwarvish.
All right, y'all are both able to realize this is the dwarvish alphabet. It seems a bit off at first. It seems like there are a few slang terms used as you start reading it back and forth, but it's really just dwarven graffiti for people that have been traveling in the area. It seems to be the closest people that have.
Linda Dwarva.
Let's see. You also notice that the areas around the pillars have been home to a few small campfires recently. Seems like someone in the last 2 weeks has camped out here, but attempted to hide their presence.
I have survival. Can I check for tracks?
Yes, you can. Alright, so as you look around, you're not going to see any tracks besides some woodland creatures, like squirrels, rabbits, kind of running towards these tree lines away from the ravine. You don't seem to find any footsteps or indicators that the fires have been disturbed or that someone has been traversing in and out of here in the last few days.
Okay. Cool. All right, so travel onwards down the hole. Down the hole we go.
Good.
All right, lead the way, my man Max.
Alright, so we have a 20-foot drop down to the first landing, so I need athletic checks for everyone.
Well, is it? Are we walking
No.
off the edge as if there was like we didn't realize that there was an edge there?
No, y'all seen
No.
that.
Okay, cool. So
We're
then
sliding.
like I can help people down, right? Like,
Yeah, like right now you're looking down, there's that bit of rope hanging from the pillar so you can descend down in.
Okay.
And it's just a 20-foot drop from where y'all are to the first workable, standable landing down on the staircase.
So when you say athletics check, I rolled a 20 dice.
Yeah.
Plus my
How would
10
you miss
plus
under that?
111 for me.
Alright.
7.
Yeah, 10 for me.
Alright. So everyone but the 7 is going to be able to make it down successfully. And you are going to lose grip and fall after you're about halfway down.
Oh boy.
So if you wouldn't mind placing ourselves, this is the edge of the ravine. There's a bit of the landing edge and the staircase descending downward into the fajita.
So
Y'all are landing right here. The first person fell right here.
we're landing here, or we're landing on the front?
Y'all are
first
landing on
step?
here.
Okay.
The leaning pillars were all up in
So
this
here's that.
area. Leaning pillar. Alrighty. So as y'all fall down and one of you falls down.
Yeah, dude, my ankle hurts.
A sandy ledge overlooks a subterranean gulf of darkness to the west. The ledge is wide but rough. Sandy, rocky debris and the bones of smaller animals cover it. A rough-hewn stairway zigs and zags down the side of this ledge and descends down into the darkness.
Interesting.
Oh, and also for damage, you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall onto the ground.
It's like half my. That's more than half my HP pool. God.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting pretty falling.
All right, so y'all make your way down. You're looking around. You're seeing that it's pretty expansive, and the only way down is through the staircase. Everything else seems pretty sheer and clear cut on the sides that have been weathered away by time. Doesn't look like they're easily scalable.
Can I do a survival check on this staircase we're about to descend into? About
What are you trying to discern about it?
how safe it is and how like
You can give me a
descending into
perception check or
darkness.
a survival check if you're trying to look more into what it's carved in, or what it's carved out of.
You probably care more about perception. than
Alright,
me.
I'll do perception. Alright. 11 plus 5, 16.
Alright, so as you look down, you're going to see that they're pretty crumbled, but you're going to see a couple of humanoid footprints that make, that distinguish themselves away from the dust, that go down, leading further into the, further down the stairs. You're also going to find an old ring of stones very near to where he fell. That's covered. You're actually going to have hit your head on one of the rocks that was covered up by this ash and soot, as it appears there's another small fire pit that a fire was lit some time ago.
Okay. Can I do a perception check for how long ago that was?
That would be a survival.
Or survival, sorry. 15?
You can tell it was about a week and a half ago.
Cool.
Going hit. As you look inside, the and kind of rooting around to look for it, you're actually going to find a couple of old spear tips. They don't seem very well crafted. They seem very poorly made, out of some cast iron, or not dwarven made, which is the inclination y'all were given upstairs by the graffiti.
Oh, okay.
So not dwarven.
Not dwarven. You can do a investigation or a survival check on that to try and find out more about them if you'd like to.
Yeah, we'll go another survival for.
Okay.
Is my head? Alright, I get a roll. 4, 5, 6.
6. Yeah, there's a fire pit here. Now that metal got hot. It bent. That must be why it's so bad. And that's the conclusion Breeze is able to come to.
Breeze, yeah, my man. I'm a smart cookie.
All right. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna say. Before we.
Should we take those?
I did not look before. Cure Wounds is a healing spell, correct? Can I cast Cure Wounds on myself?
Yes, you can. You can touch yourself and feel the rejuvenating energy flow through your body. Usually it flows out, but different in D&D.
God damn it.
Why must you damn me?
Damn it!
Would you mind throwing that in? Thank you, sir. Too good, Peach. You can't get me. Can't get me. I'm on my game tonight.
Apparently.
I woke up and started playing D&D this morning. I'm gonna fall asleep playing it. I'm gonna dream playing it. I'm gonna live it.
Be the D&D.
Alright. Well then, yeah. Alright, so nice and healed up. Let's go.
Right, you see a bit of wavering energy as he focuses himself, places his hands on himself, very soothingly and sensually heals his wounds. And as he's doing that, y'all are going to hear a bit of rumbling behind y'all from the edge of the staircase. And as it comes running up, you're going to see 2 small rats about 30 feet down the ledge, making their way up to where y'all are located.
Lethal rats?
Giant
like
rats.
large rats.
Okay, it's not
Very
like...
large
So
rats.
This is the staircase that we
Yes,
are
this is one
going
of
down, and so they're coming up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Shit. Did you fight yet?
Do these count as beasts?
What is a scimitar?
Yes.
That I can. Okay.
It's like that curvy sword.
I think Aladdin.
I think Aladdin. Yeah, actually.
Scimitar?
See, I
know D&D
that
is taught
wouldn't
me
help.
about weapons at
I
time
paid
to time.
attention to Jasmine's outfits,
No.
not Aladdin's weapons.
I
Hey,
immediately
why would you
think
pay attention
RuneScape.
to Aladdin's
Is that called a
sword? That is
scimitar?
key to the storyline.
Yeah.
Scimitar?
Yeah, that's what a scimitar.
Yeah.
Scimitar.
Scimitar.
Oh, the...
I
I was
immediately
about to
think
say
RuneScape.
Yep, me too.
Like
I'm
these,
like
like-
Rune Simi, dude.
Yep, the rune
Drag-
scheme is
or-
all day
like
long.
these things?
Before the grand exchange.
Like
Oh
these?
my god, that's so
Yep.
long ago.
Okay.
Sitting in banks, buying
Oh,
Dragon
my
Dagger,
brother used
P++.
to play-
Changing things up, making
so
sure that you could
much
change the
RuneScape.
font,
The
the way the thing
text,
scrolled
yeah,
across, you were
waving.
captivating, yeah.
The graphics were incredible.
Okay,
the
so-
best. Did you see those pointy boobs? They've rivaled Laura Croft. Oh my god.
Oh,
great.
man.
Yeah.
Guys,
so
I'm
good.
gonna head out because I'm just gonna go to bed.
Sounds good. It was a
I
pleasure
have
to
not
have you
gone to
over,
bed at a
Peach.
pleasure.
Reasonable hour.
A reasonable
a pleasurable hour.
I don't
Oh
know
god.
what the hell I was
Any hour
trying
can
to
be a
say.
pleasurable hour.
Amen.
Alright, yeah, I mean, I meant to say reasonable, but I just said, please, never mind. Good to see you, Chloe.
Good to see you too.
Have a nice night. She'll see you around.
Alrighty, so y'all are able to see these 2 rats, and y'all are the first 2 that sees
Hope
this.
you
You
don't
see
die.
still rooting around through.
Thank you.
And they make their way up, noticing y'all now. You see their red,
Right.
beady eyes, and if you wouldn't mind rolling the initiative. Yeah. As you can tell that to them.
Rats. Stop touching yourself. And pay
Oh my
attention.
god.
You wouldn't mind rolling. Yes?
2.
I roll this.
Yeah.
14.
14, alright. So, Denaria's gonna lead us.
Shit.
Alright, Aria, Max. We're gonna have
Both rats.
one of my NPCs, 2 NPCs, and then Breeze. With his nat 1 on the initiative. Is he still rooting around through the fire trying to figure out what got these spearheads so jacked up? Alright, so Denaria, take the first go.
Not sure what to do here. Do I pick a weapon and then roll for it?
Yeah, so as what weapon would you want to pull out that was ranged attack that you have? Let's see, as a druid you have a scimitar and a staff that are mainly melee weapons. You could step back and let Max take it, and you hold your action.
I also have a ray of signals as well.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm
You're
gonna,
pretty low
I'm
level
gonna-
because you
I'm
don't want
gonna
to get in
let him
melee
take
range,
it.
probably.
Let's see.
I'm
We
gonna let him
are
take it.
1, 2, 3.
Alright, so you're going to hold your action for this turn. So that'll take...
Can I have my like shield up?
Yeah, you can... Ready and defensive.
You can get that. You
yeah,
can do a
defensive.
stance.
So any
Okay.
attack made against you will be made at disadvantage.
Yeah.
That's readying yourself
Which means
for...
they have to roll 2 d20s and they take the lowest of the 2 rolls. If you are in.
Yeah, here, let's
Okay.
spread in the mechanics. So usually
Okay,
when
so
you're...
I'm gonna have my shield up.
Yeah.
One shield.
Exactly. And so what you're taking right now is called a defensive stance. So instead of using your action to attack or make another move, you're going to choose that someone trying to attack you is going to have a hard time. So
Okay.
normally if I would try to attack you, I would roll 1 die. That's pretty bad. If I was in a more advantageous position, I would roll 2 and take the higher of the 2. So I would get to hit that because I was doing better. Since I'm trying to attack you while you're in a defensive position, I would roll these 2 and take the lower of the 2. Yeah.
Okay. Sweet.
So on that scenario, it would probably miss.
Okay.
All right. So as you take the defensive posture, standing behind Max, the 2 rats are going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm.
One. Oh yeah, just 1, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's going to use his full movement and action to come dashing and running up the staircase, running right at Max, but he's not going to have a chance to attack before the end of the round. Now that's way more than movement. Yeah, Max.
Okay. Let's do. I'm gonna pull out 2 warhammers
Okay.
and sheath those bitches.
All right.
And. Let's see. 17 for the first one
17 will hit.
with 6 damage, and then 20 or 19 with.
Oh, what was the damage?
So it was 6 plus.
And you just swat the side of that rat, sending him flying down the
So
staircase.
just like 2 hit.
And gone. He did.
All right.
Get him.
Each of these squares is 10 feet.
5.
5.
All right. And Max, that is the end of your turn. His other guy, seeing his little buddy fly off, is going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stand right about here and just try and blend in with the side of the wall, trying to hide himself. Not well.
Okay.
Not well at all, as he's very scared coming up
see.
to you, knowing he doesn't have the full movement to actually make it up an attack. Breeze.
Alright, can I, let's see. So I am.
And because you were looking down the fire pit for most of this time, it is going to take half your movement to get up.
Alright, I am. I'm honestly just gonna pull up my shield and take a defensive stance.
Shield, defensive stance, standing in behind Denaria as Max boldly takes the front lines. Denaria taking us back to the top of the round. What would you like to do? Seeing the brave and strong barbarian Max, or is you fighter?
Fighter.
Fighter Max! Smack that giant rat off the edge of this ledge and send him falling down the crevasse.
I don't know. So I'm not in range for my weapons to do much damage, or can I try?
You can pick up a rock and throw it from right now, but pretty much what you have right now are melee attacks. You have to get close to you.
Pick up a rock.
I like that. What can I do, Tar? Well, you could pick up a rock.
That's
and
my
throw
go-to.
it.
It's like you can always pick up something around you and try to throw it.
Are there
Improvised
any
weapons?
heavy rocks around me?
There are a couple. They vary from the size of a D20 up to the size of a grapefruit. But also as a druid, just so you know, you have certain spells that you can use to transform as a bonus action, since you're moon, to any creature below the level of 1. So there's certain levelings that go into the creatures. We can actually.
I know I can get. I know I'm high enough. I can get a bear.
Yes, and that's CR1. Harris, if you wouldn't mind opening up to the back of this because it has those animals, and we can show you the stats versus a bear versus like a squirrel. A squirrel CR is going to be like
bear
an 8.
versus giant rat.
Yeah. So like a giant rat is I think a CR 1/4.
But if I change to bear, doesn't that take a lot of energy from
Yes,
me?
it does. You can only use 2 of those in between a long rest.
Okay.
I feel like for that we're battling large rats and we have a lot of head. I
Exactly.
don't want to waste a transformation.
And you just bear that in mind for your character as he, as Denaria is going through, like why you would be preserving things like this. It's thinking situations when you need to pull out the
Yeah.
heavily powered druid transformations.
Yeah, I don't think this is worthy of a transformation.
Okay.
Because I feel like we're about to face a lot worse.
Okay, so defensive stance.
Yeah, I think.
Then Max is up to you again,
Alright.
as he is about 15 feet ahead of you.
Our
You've done the
hero.
first 2 steps.
Us druids are like.
I'm going for like a diving. Let's see. I'm gonna try to roundhouse kick this hoe.
Okay.
See, I'm gonna like take the first 2 steps that I'm still kind of at like a higher level, and then I'm going. I'm pretty much like head level with him. I'm just going straight for him. Going for that kick.
Trying to dome kick him. Let's see.
That'll be an 8.
An 8. All right, you're gonna miss your swing top, and you almost lose your footing.
Okay.
And start sliding down the staircase, but you restrain yourself. You're going to come up. Start trying to chomp on you. He's going to hit.
Oh shit! Really?
Oh no, that's hold on. You double check. 'Cause he might have a +5.
It's +5. Or is it equal to AC or is
it's
it?
equal. He might have a +4.
Okay.
So that's...
Sorry.
Looks meta. Sorry, guys.
Pull through. If not, I'll pick up a rock.
Got a +4 to hit, and the giant rat will match on max and do a D4 damage.
Ow.
Yeah. 5 points of piercing damage. Right into the calf that you were trying to kick him with.
Yeah, Breeze, you gotta pick up a rock, man.
Breeze.
So. Okay, so. I want to say in range for a Thorn Whip.
Okay.
So. I am going to try to Thorn Whip him.
Thorn Whip,
off
10 or 15 feet.
It is. I want to say it's 30 and pulls them 15.
Ooh, okay. If you don't mind checking player's handbook just for that too. For theatrical purposes, we'll say that it pulls them in 30 feet. Just give me your attack roll. And that's gonna miss as you extend it out either way, but just go ahead and reference the spell, try and double check and refresh yourself.
Yeah, because I might use. I have Thorn Whip also.
Okay,
Thorn Whip.
Denaria.
Okay, yeah, can I go Thorn Whip?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's 30 feet,
Okay.
and you pull the creature up to 10 feet closer to you.
You have to hit first.
Oh.
You have to roll the
okay.
20-sided die to try and make this ranged spell attack hit. So anytime you attack a creature, you have to try and beat its armor class to hit it. So roll one of these sides.
Did I just roll 20?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was for something else. Hold on, roll it again.
Oh, I had such a better roll the first time.
Oh, what was it the first time?
I think it was like 14.
And you rolled what I told you to do on this turn, right?
Yeah, just
Okay, then yes, that's going to count for the attack roll, and that's going to hit on the rat.
now. It was
Yes, no,
okay.
sorry, I thought you rolled it for last turn.
1d6 piercing damage.
Okay. So, gonna do a d6 piercing. We'll use your iron die, it's just I have these out.
And, yeah, if the creature is large or
And your
small.
whip just goes extending out, lashing onto that rat that's got a hold of Max's thigh. And you're gonna come, or calf, and rip it off of him, severing the beast in two, sending him flying into the cavern.
Yeah. See, level 1 druid.
Oh,
this is-
okay, alright,
Let Mom
alright.
show you the way.
Alright.
As Breeze just misses and whiffs on that attack, but have a successful shot
God,
by
I am
Max.
such a dumbass right now. I'm like, dude, what messed with these spears? I turn around, I'm like, oh, rat! Ah! I miss! I'm like, oh, dude, what happened to your calf, dude?
The pain, the
Like-
misery.
Meanwhile, me and Max are like,
Guys, I
we'll shoot the
swear.
breeze over here, aren't we?
Hey.
I'm pretty sure I'm onto something with those arrowheads, though, okay? Like, real talk. Pretty sure that's gonna come into play.
Alrighty, so we are now out of initiative, so you can do whatever you want, whenever you want.
Okay. Alright, so do we
Alright,
go
so
down
how
these stairs?
much further further down? So it's like
Y'all have another probably 100 yards of descending into darkness. It's hard seeing right now without any sources of light unless someone has dark vision.
Got it.
As you look further down, you're going to see a landing about 120 yards downward. So it's going to be about 150 to 160 yards trekking laterally on the staircases. Actually, I take that back, probably 180.
Does anyone else have dark vision? Or just
I do.
Oh, he does?
Alright.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's-
so
So
they're
we're
going to have...
lead the way this time.
Alright, are y'all using any sources of light to guide Max, or are you just having him feel on?
You know what? I have Druidcraft, so I am just going to pull a torch out of my backpack and
Okay.
light that for him.
Alrighty.
Nice.
See, I swear I'm useful. Alright.
I'm gonna go ahead and take my shield out, and I'm gonna put both Warhammers up, and I guess I'll have a torch and then my shield out.
Okay.
And so we'll
Who do you
go you, me, him?
Yeah.
Marching order?
Yeah, I think that's probably best. That way he can see your torch.
Either that or I can be in front still. I mean, I'll have a shit like out.
Yeah, that's true. That's probably.
So maybe.
Well, how much does a torch have a number of range of vision that it gives, or is it
it's like a radius of 30 or 60 feet
Oh.
of like bright light, and then I think it's 30 feet of bright light, another 30 feet of dim light beyond that.
Okay.
Okay, so then. Alright.
I would say night.
Y'all be able to see.
Yeah, it's like we see better than he does with the torch.
Okay, so are we going?
Yeah, I would go. Yeah.
Alright, so me, Max. Alright. Sweet.
Alrighty. So if you wouldn't mind placing yourselves, distraction going down the staircase.
Yeah, just be
Wait. Yeah.
Just for general orientation.
Always raising the bar in some direction.
Always have it.
Picture me, I'm really tall though. I'm actually like.
No, yeah, the would look pretty tall. Yeah.
I'm 5'9" and I'm 130 pounds. So again, I approximately look like that. So.
Approximately.
Never eat sour worms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure I'm sending you on the right orientation.
Alright, so we're going down. How long is this going to take us?
Wow, thank you.
Alright, so this is going to take y'all about an hour to traverse.
Okay.
That should be east-west.
So
Never
y'all are
east.
walking. Yeah, y'all are walking west.
For 120 yards?
No, y'all are walking. Yeah, down. Because remember, y'all are sitting along the edge of this staircase ledge, going back and forth
This way?
along
Would
the
north be
sides.
this way?
That makes too much sense. Yeah, no. Just had to turn the book. That was way too easy for me to be this retarded.
And we're going west. Okay.
Yes, y'all are going west.
Alright, how long is it going to take us to get to that landing? Is
To
it
this
100?
landing, it's going to take y'all about an hour to traverse your way down the staircase, as it's really degraded over time. You're making sure you don't fall over the edge. Some places it gets down to about a foot or two. And in lieu of making athletics checks the whole way down, we're just going to say that y'all kind of take your time working your way down, especially since Max is holding on to the torch as well.
Okay.
And y'all are going to open up into what appears to be a sort of porch made out of stone. Has a small staircase leading up to it. It's about 5 feet wide. And on the far side appears to be a tower that is crumbled in upon itself. A cylindrical tower. Seems to expand another 30 feet above this flat rising up into the sky before it has a cracked in and crumbled in not dome on top, but pointed archway.
Okay.
We're going to see it descend into the wall of a battlement, or the wall of the surrounding area and caverns around you. It's going to kind of drop in on this edge. Further down here, it's going to slide down, descend further into the ravine. Same with all these directions. And this is kind of another landing that sends you off to a flat level. This direction, y'all have been descending downward.
Yeah, so we're going down, and then it kind of levels
Yes.
out,
And
and
it'll
then
level
on
out.
either side it drops down more.
Yeah, and as
Okay.
it opens up and levels out, you're going to have a cave sort of expanse opening up in front of you. As you look upward, the ceilings closest to you are going to be about 25 to 30 feet, depending on the stalagmites and stalactites and where you're standing. Besides that, it appears to be all natural cavern above your head until you first reach this stone encampment area.
Okay.
It's going to be the roof is going to look like it has been collapsed in by rocks that crumbled along on top of it and then have been added on to by the mineral deposits of being underground.
Okay. Very, very rundown.
Yes.
Can I do a perception check to see if there's been any recent activity, any disturbed?
Yes, you can. Give me a perception.
4. Oh my god.
All right, so...
Oh wait, no, 6. 6.
So a fortress emerges from the darkness and subterranean citadel, though impressive, seems long forgotten. If the lifeless windows, cracked crenellations, and leaning towers were no indication, all is quiet here as none have traversed through in quite some time. Through a cold breeze blows from below, meets up with breeze. bringing with it the scent of dust and a faint scent of rot. So that is
Okay.
what you see and smell walking up to this area. You notice a narrow strip of stairs in an empty courtyard, apparently the top of what was once a crenellated battlement. As you get a little closer, you kind of remember it to be the top of, or bearing the same semblance as a guard tower top, sort of having its differently, oddly crenellated top, where you have a little bit of a piece of concrete or a brick, a clearing,
Yeah.
brick, a clearing,
Yeah.
and so on. The buried citadel is sunk so far into the earth that the battlement is now level with the surrounding floor. The floor stretches away from on the north and south, and composed of a layer of treacherous, crumbly masonry. As you'll step a little bit closer, you get a better look at it. Your light sort of radiates off it. You can see a lot of moisture in the mortar as it's just cracked over time, as it's very humid down here. To the west looms the survived structure of what was the Sunless Citadel, a tower that stands on the west side of the courtyard. What would you like to do, lattes and gentlemen?
Oh,
Should we go in? Or head near it at least?
yeah. Just to be safe before we go in, I'm gonna cast
Detect magic on the
Alright.
entrance.
So where are you detecting?
So this is a stairway,
Mhm.
correct? Yeah, just on the entrance of that
Right,
stairway.
and what is the radius?
It is 50.
While he's looking it up, can I just ask a question?
Mhm.
What Arcana is again?
Arcana is magic, so anything of a mystic origin when you're trying to find out if something has been crafted for spell purposes, if it's been used in rituals, if it's used for crafting magic items or casting spells. That's what our Arcana check would be for.
Can I do an Arcana check
Oh,
on
are
the
spells
Citadel?
by class? Is
yes,
that
it's,
how this goes?
Yes, spells are separated out by class. At the beginning of the spell list, that's where it shows you the breakdown.
Could I do an Arcana check on the Citadel?
An Arcana check on the Citadel would be more geared towards trying to find out if it was made for some sort of magic purpose.
Range is
If there-
60 feet.
Okay.
Thank
60
you.
feet. So 1 second on that. What you probably want to do on the Citadel is do a history check. A religion check would be probably a little closer than Arcana. And when you're trying to look at places of more structural style, you use history or religion. Objects and smaller items or sarcophaguses radiating entry, things that have been cast spells on is what you use an Arcana check for.
Okay. I don't really have.
Those just mean that you're proficient with it. You can still make all these checks at a time. It'll just differentiate what kind of information you get. If you do a history, as if a stonemason does a history check on a stone structure, he's going to know a lot more if he rolls well than someone that just happens to want to look at a piece of stone and see what it perceives like to them.
Okay. Then you still have to do your
Oh, yeah.
I'll let him go. Alright.
All right. And what was the spell? Detect.
Detect magic?
Yes. All right. So detect magic. 60 feet, correct?
Yeah.
You're gonna pick up a faint magic energy about right on the edge of the range of your spell. So it's gonna be very
Towards
faint.
me
It's
or
gonna be
like
about it's gonna be
in there?
in here, from
Okay.
within here. So it's gonna be far past the staircase and gonna be from within that area.
Okay.
Can I go religion?
Uh,
Sorry.
You don't. No, I don't know.
And we're looking
Sorry.
for like you said, draconic. you
Yes.
said?
As y'all get a little closer, you're going to see the symbols and emblems of dragon iconography and what appear to be dragons in stained glass windows that haven't already been broken through. Really, the outlines in lead are the only things that you see left. You don't see much glass. Most of this is just stone, lead, metal, things that are hardy.
You said that there are like writings along. Can I read them? Draconic.
What language?
Draconic, yes. You see a couple different phrases from draconic rituals and draconic cults. You see the phrases of praise to the mighty dragon queen, hail dragon queen, hail dragon empress. Just different symbols and iconography of their devotion to her.
Okay.
Or to
So
a dragon.
religious scripts and
Yes.
and okay. Oh yeah. All right, cool. Just before we go in, I am just going to write in Druidic, just on the ground. It's like a dirt kind of ground, yeah.
As you get a little closer, it's got a thin layer of dirt on top. It's about 2 inches before you get down to some pretty hard stone.
Stone. Okay. But yeah, in Druidic on any of those windows that you said are there,
Okay.
I'm just gonna write Breeze was here.
Alrighty, I like that. Yeah.
And I can use that because I'm
Awesome.
a druid.
Yeah, you can.
Alright, so where are you crafting this? Just along the wall so I can actually write it in my notes? Because I can write that right here.
Really
Things
write
you
it
can
on
say
here.
to your dog, but not
Wait,
your
wait,
girlfriend.
Right, so where are you writing it?
Yeah, so it's along these walls,
Yeah,
correct?
those stretch up about 3 feet high. Once you're up about here, from down here, it's about 6-7 feet high.
Yeah, okay, I'll just say right in the entrance.
Oh, I wrote too big. I'm just gonna do was here.
Was WZ. WUZ. Okay. Alright, well, with all of those checks out of the way, I'm gonna say we should probably. Can we switch marching order before we go in? Or are we stuck?
Sure, we can
Yeah, I would have you go in first. Now that we're.
And then, can we go like equal behind him, or do we have to? Okay.
So who's
You wanna
going
go
first?
Him.
Alright.
Can you go all the way in?
Yep. So as you're walking up, you see a door that is crafted of bronze with some metal and really rotten wooden supports on the edges. But the majority of this door is made of that brass, bronzy type of copper metal for the majority of the door, and iron rivets on 3 different places that are really holding as the support and hinges.
Okay.
As you get a little closer to it and you look at the door, it doesn't appear to be open. It seems to be shut. You can't tell whether or not it's locked, because as you get closer, you're actually going to step on the ground. It's going to fall out from underneath you.
Wait, are we in here? Or are we
Y'all
right
are
here?
not yet. Y'all are going to be following Max as a 5 foot by 5 foot section of the floor is going to fall out beneath him in front of the doorway.
Oh shit.
I need a dex saving throw.
5 plus.
That's not going to be enough. So you're going to fall down in the trap and take 4 points of bludgeoning damage, falling down 10 feet. As y'all see him fall into a flat trap beneath you. It does not have any spikes beneath it. The walls on the sides seem to be covered in a very thin layer of dust, and you actually feel a puff of air hit you when you initially fall down, as if this thing hasn't been let off into some time, and it actually was causing a pressure of air behind it. You hear Max thud into the ground in front of y'all.
So he's still very much in the room. He didn't.
Yeah, y'all are still
fall.
in the
Okay.
opening. Yeah, no,
Okay.
he's still within the area.
Okay. And it's a 10-foot drop?
It's 10
I'll
foot drop.
get up and attempt to climb out of the.
Okay. Athletics.
Can I like hold down my the not sharp end of my staff and let him like grab onto it?
Yeah.
Kind of help?
How
How tall are you?
So if you,
Roll at advantage.
I do it.
that would be a strength check, and
Strength?
yeah,
Yeah.
it would be assisted strength check. So at that
So
point,
what
I'd probably
happens-
just
well, I
max
would
taking
just-
an
no, yeah,
athletics
I'll
check
just-
to get
yeah,
out. It's
'cause
only
I
10
have
feet.
athletic, 'cause what
Okay.
could happen is I could pull you, like, I
Okay,
could fall
yeah,
and
you
pull
go.
you in. So.
You got it.
No, it's a 7
7.
plus 12.
So 12?
Yeah.
Right, so you're going to reach up towards the top, you're going to try and reach up, you're not going to be able to get over the edge, and you drop back down, but you're not going to take any damage. Just huff
Okay.
and puff on your feet. Feel free to try again.
Well, we're just gonna chill. Just gonna stay here until the end of the game.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds like it's going to be an exciting adventure, guys.
Oh, God.
Alright, that's 23.
23. All right, now that one, you're able to scoop your arm up on the side like a adventure at the warped wall and get back on top. As you get a little closer, you're going to see that the edges of this lined stone were perforated near the edge and dropped out, opening up 2 hinged trap doors, or hinges that dropped you in.
Okay. So can we still get around like?
Yes,
jump
there's
over
a
that
small
thing?
edge. As you push a little closer to the door, it's going to creak a little bit as you realize it is unlocked.
All right. So can I go?
I've got I need to do a health. Does anybody have any health spells or anything like that?
Yeah,
I think I
actually,
might.
I have good berry, so it's like not instant, but it oh, do I want to use that right now though?
Probably know what spells
What are you at? Like how much damage did you take?
I'm at 13
Open
now.
up that book
Okay.
and go to
Because the good berries,
So I have a health potion. I just didn't know if anybody had any like.
I was like, I don't have any bursts.
I
Like
might,
it's
let me
it's just
check.
I
I
spawn
just
10
don't know.
berries that each
might
heal
have
for
to-
1.
You can go.
Just go out.
Good catch.
Alright.
That's all back here.
Mending? No, that's probably fixing something else. Healing word?
That is one.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're high enough to have.
I'm second
No,
level.
healing word you should be able to have at level 1.
Yeah, that's a level 1. I'm a level 2, so I should be able to have that
Yeah,
too,
can do
right?
healing word or cure wounds.
Is that gonna take a lot of energy from me?
It'll take a spell slot. So.
Oh wait, cure wounds.
Yeah, at level 2 you have what, 3 spell slots?
It's 2. Let me double check. It might be 3. So
Because
hold this page.
uh,
Hold this page.
Okay.
We're gonna jump up to your druid. Put all stuff up here if you wouldn't mind finding that. Finding your druid class. I'll mark that off. Yeah, double check it.
Oh.
So at level 2 you have
like so fucking
2 cantrips and 3 level 1.
Just now noticed.
You can have 3
Oh
of those
my
levels
God.
1 spells equipped. So pick any 3 of these.
Okay.
And you can use any one of them at least 3 times in a long rest. As much as 3 times during a long rest. Between a long rest.
Is it each spell 3 times?
No.
Or yeah,
any
okay,
of the
it's
3
spells.
spells. Yes, 3 spells, and you can use any of those 3. You
3.
essentially equip 3 at the beginning of
Yeah.
the day.
Okay. Do you have more wounds, or do you think I just need to like healing word?
Just healing word.
Okay, I'll do healing word for you.
How much is that? Is it a
Oh,
D6?
God,
Go
no.
on, pull from the spell again. Okay, remember, I think the D8. But we'll look for the spell name healing word. They're all in alphabetical order.
Okay.
Alright, so what do you want to do while she's casting that? We'll assume points and just transfer later. The door is creaking open in front of y'all.
We'll do a. I'll do like a. No, I'll do like a trap check. Or like
Okay,
if it's something
perception.
Like a trap. So door. It's
1d4.
Okay, plus your spellcasting modifier. What's your wisdom?
My wisdom is +3.
Alright, so roll this, add 3, that's how much health he gets back. Get 4 points.
Wait, how do we? I'm confused.
It's on the base. Some are on the
Oh.
top, some are on the base.
Oh,
That's all good. See, like the difference.
gotcha.
Alright. So, have the door in front. Your what was the roll?
roll a 10, and then what do I add for anything?
Yeah,
It's
you
just my.
perception modifier. And it's gonna be your wisdom.
Okay.
Whatever your wisdom modifier is.
12.
Okay, so 12. So just look around, you're not gonna notice any traps, anything else. The door seems to be unfucked
Okay.
with.
Okay.
Don't want to go
Yeah,
through the door?
sure. How much further, or how have we figured out the healing yet?
And you
Yeah,
got
you got
4
4.
health.
Okay, cool.
It's not fine.
So we're gonna walk just inside the door.
Yeah.
Just
Alright.
inside the door.
Once we're in, can I run a perception
this is
check to
terrifying.
see if there's anything around us?
Now that I know what that is, this is now terrifying.
Can I run a
Yes,
perception
give me a
check?
perception. Thank you. That's why I like having these drawn out ahead of time. 20-sided die. That's only a 12.
Oh.
Here, just keep all your dice out. That's, whenever you're playing, you don't usually put them back up into the bag. You just kind of keep them out ready to go so you can see them.
Okay. So this one?
That's big damage hammer. Roll it here. 9.
9 plus
5, 14. Alright. The circular area is cobbled with cracked granite, upon which sprawl the bodies of 4 goblins, apparently slain in combat. One corpse stands with his back against the western wall, the spear that killed it skewering it, holding it upright. 3 wooden doors lead from this area, and a hollow tower of loose masonry reaches 30 feet into the air. But the intervening floors and stairs are gone, except for a couple of crumbling ledges. As you look up ahead, you're going to see a couple places where your torchlight and smoke is going to funnel out, but other than that, it doesn't look like this space has been open or seen daylight in many a year.
Can I take the spear?
Yes, you're
Is it
going to
work?
take
What's
an
it do?
athletics check to try and pull it out from away from the goblin, because it's skewering the goblin upright right now, kind of treating him like a scarecrow with the spear. Like
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I was
like that.
picturing more of like a propped
Yeah,
up
just
thing.
Yeah, no,
Be-
no, no. He's
be
got like
careful.
spear halfway through.
Yeah, because wait, I don't know what happens if he falls down. now.
yeah. No, I would just be
No, no,
careful
no, no.
because this is
Trap
the
check.
room that the magic is in.
Right.
Do we do another
You
magic
sense
check?
it to be a little bit farther away.
Further?
Yes, deeper.
Okay. All right. Well, just kidding then.
You
Uh,
notice it about this
Yeah,
range,
yeah,
is
yeah.
square foot
I'll
wide.
try to get the spear then. I can
Okay.
go for a spear.
Do you want to do a trap check again? Or
You'll
anything?
notice the body is about right
Can you
here.
even use a spear?
druids can use spears.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine. 'Cause
It's
I can
finesse
use a
weapon.
Yeah, it's
staff.
spears, sickles. Yeah. It's a staff just with a pointy thing.
I
That's
just
where all the
can't
bodies
wear
are
metal,
lying.
but I can use metal. Okay, so I'm doing an athletics
Mhm.
check, or yeah.
All right, and you're
16
able
plus
to pull
1.
that spear out from the goblin. He's just gonna crumple down on the floor, kind of like you took his spine out.
Do we want to scavenge
What
the
does that
goblin,
mean?
see if there's anything on him?
Yeah. Can I know what my spear is made of?
It's just as you pick it up, you're gonna realize it to be a javelin. That's one of the equipment. If you want to pull up the equipment list from the player's handbook, that kind of lists out the weapons, what they are, their value, their length, their damage, where you can kind of get a feel for what the different sizes of weapons are versus how much damage they do.
Okay, yeah, do you...
Let's
do
raid
you know
these
what it
bodies. We're gonna see
All right,
if
give me
there's anything on
investigation or
Do what?
perception.
Oh,
Investigation if you want to rummage through, perception if you want to look around the room.
him. I'll look around the room.
Okay.
18, so
Plus perception.
20.
20. All right, so just on the edge of your periphery, you're actually going to notice the thin outline of what appears to be a secret door hidden in the edge of the room off on this side right here. Seems to be well crafted, and you recognize that something could be crafted by dwarves.
Okay. Do you want to do?
You also, on the edge of the wall, you're gonna, as you're feeling around, you're gonna feel a stone block that seems to move, as if you can pull it as a lever. With the pressed in, you also see the outline of of it.
Okay. Can I do an Arcana check on the door?
Yes, you can. You sense no magic energy radiating from it.
Open this bitch up.
All right, so you're going to move the latch.
Yeah.
Let's do it. We'll open it up. I'm gonna go ahead and pull. I'm gonna pull my shield out first, though.
Okay.
At least have my shield out.
Sounds good.
So.
As you have your shield out in front of the doorway, you pull the lever back and forth, and you're going to feel a prick in your hand. As a small needle is going to puncture it, giving you 1 point of piercing damage.
Okay.
As the door begins to slide open, creaking itself and really surrounding the room with an echo as it glides across the stone floor. I also need a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Javelin. What's the
7.
attack?
Attack is based on you.
Oh.
Yeah, so that would be your strength plus your proficiency if you're proficient, so it would usually just your strength. If you're throwing a javelin, you do a +2 plus your proficiency, so it would be +4. So what was that, Harris?
7.
7?
Mhm.
Alrighty, you're going to be able to stave off this odd feeling as you feel yourself feeling a bit faint, but the poison might have been old or just quite bunked, as it doesn't affect you.
Okay.
The door is going to open itself up, and in front of you there's going to be... This pocket chamber is damp and cold. The skeletons of three long-dead archers slump over a rubble-filled arrow slit. There's on all the walls, so it appears that this was where they would shoot down from the edges of this battlement. A little 10 by 10 foot area.
Wait, so we're in a room and like above us?
Yeah,
there
right
are...
here.
Okay.
So y'all are in right here walking around on the ground level. This extends up about 30 feet. Y'all walked into this level, and these are little crenellated battlements where they have arrow slits firing out
Oh, okay. Yeah.
the
I know.
edges,
I know
so
what
they
you're
can
talking
fire down upon intruders and enemies. And as you walk a little closer to the room, shield in hand, getting right into the doorway, you're going to see the skeletons start to shudder and rumble with life and energy as they start to coalesce into a single energy and form as you have a round to do whatever you would like to do. As a first initial reaction as these bodies are coming to form.
Would an Arcana check help me at all to know what's going on?
Yeah, you can do an Arcana check to see if they're animating themselves, if there's any other magic trying to do this, if there's something happening around the room just of a magical distinction.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
And this is just kind of how y'all are laid out in the room for a little setup.
So they are coalescing into one big.
No, into 3 different skeletons
Okay.
and getting themselves upright.
I'm gonna do Arcana check.
Okay.
Let's see, that's 9 plus... Oh shit, sorry. 1, so 10. No, sorry, 2, so 11.
11, you're not going to be able to discern anything besides the skeletons are coming to life. And of their operating under their own power.
Can I do a perception check to see like what is like on the floor of the room? Like, is it just stone or are there plant matter overgrown? You are gonna get 13.
All right. On the ground, you're going to see arrows scattered about, different coins that appear to be silver and gold, and a few other bones and cracked arrows, arrowheads, and pieces of bows.
And so the floor is like it's just stone with the dust on it.
Yes,
it's not overgrown.
Yeah, it's not overgrown or nothing like that. It looks to be decent stone.
Okay.
Can you check out those arrows?
Make note of it. Actually,
all right. So
I'm gonna reach down and grab an arrowhead and put it in my backpack just to.
All right. So that's first round action. Max, standing in front of the doorway as you see these skeletons start to step up right now with life. They're all prone as it stands, as they don't stand. Like not have to flip through my monster manual. I can look back at specific sections. Like, oh, who ran this thing?
So who else close to the door?
You are the front person in front of the door. You're blocking it. They're both behind you.
Oh, okay.
He quickly closes the door and
That's
runs away.
We could do that.
Because it doesn't seem like there's much else in this room other than maybe gold and silver.
That's why, like, we could do it. We could do I could do a check real quick to see if there's anything important in the room, or if there's anything on skeletons. Or
I did a pretty decent perception check. It's just a bunch of arrows.
And gold and silver.
Cool. Here, while y'all are deciding that, I'm gonna go grab another beer.
You should grab there's a Miller Lite in this one.
Okay, I'll grab you one as well.
Okay.
I did that once to him. I did his. He was like, "Oh God," and I was like, "Yes," and he was like, "That's my thing."
Object.
Okay, so you know how y'all broken glass, like kind of all in this area?
No.
Okay, we all do. And like stickers and stuff. A couple, like, I don't know, a week or two ago, we were in there and my mom called me, and so I came out here to answer the phone, and I didn't have my contacts in, completely barefoot, and was like walking around this whole area, and then I went back in, like, I was fine. I went back in, and he was like, "Did you not have shoes on?" And I was like, "No, why?" He was like, just
wondering.
Wear shoes next time. And I came out here again during the daylight a few days later with like glasses or contacts on, and was like, "Oh dear God!" Like I don't know how. Like there's like shards of glass all in this walkway. This is bad.
Damn. Fuck that.
I've only had like one encounter with glass, and that's just I was a kid playing basketball in the street, and I got like a shard of glass like that. They just embedded in my heel, and that was pretty. I would say cannot recommend. It is not fun.
Not like glass. I had some glass, the new ones. I don't know, so I did not like glass. Makes me mad.
Yeah, you're not doing good with me and Harris.
$7. My friend buys them like, because he's really tiny and he's trying to like bulk up a little bit.
Just buys like the kernels or whatever.
He
Want to
buys
stoke
them
in that
already
fire a little
seeded,
bit,
but
Harris?
he like eats containers of it. Like I think he eats like a pound a day or something. So he eats supposedly like bulk it up.
What's up?
Might help me stoke this fire a little bit. I'm gonna try and get a little more warm.
Well,
Sure, hot as fuck.
Yeah, I'm gonna chill right here because it's kind of hot.
Okay, good. I just didn't know if I was on the wrong side of the table.
We can switch sides though too.
I'll just stand right the fuck here. All right, so what are you doing, Max?
Wield his DM desk from above.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Let's just Yawning fuck him up. If
I
need
mean,
be.
it's XP.
Yeah, I'm down. Because we'll get a at least for my attack, I'll get a advantage. So I'm gonna go. I'll go ahead and pull out my warhammer. I'm going for the nearest one to me.
Okay, the nearest one to you is going to be number 3 on the left-hand side.
Okay.
They're all laid out 1, 2, 3 orders.
Okay, so I already have my shield and I have my warhammer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going for a swing.
Swing, swing.
Natty
and you smash that hammer down into the ground. It's actually going to cause the skeleton to jump up into the air, rattling his bones all in the correct order.
Oh, wait. I got a advantage, right? Because he was prone?
Yes, you do.
Cool, okay, so that'll be 8 plus 5, so 13.
That'll hit.
Okay.
Instead of knocking him right onto his feet, you're going to knock him right off. Give me a damage roll, please.
It was a 4 plus, so 7.
7, alright, you knock a couple of his ribs out of place, misalign his skull just slightly, a little off kilter. And that is going to be our full round actions. If y'all could give me an initiative roll now. This was just y'all's first act as response in the round before them.
What
Damn,
die?
6.
Yeah, 20-sided die, add your dex.
What is that? 16
Oh, wait.
plus dexterity.
7.
Okay.
Wait, I don't have a number.
7
by
as well.
dexterity. Oh wait, yeah, I do too. So 18.
How much?
7.
18.
So we're gonna have Denaria first. Then we're gonna have my guys. Then we're gonna have Breeze. Then we're gonna have Max. So Denaria, you get first response in this little room.
Okay. How am I close to them, like melee or?
Yeah, you're right next to the backside of Max. You have the lever off to your right side. The door's open to your left, or actually to your right. To your right side is also Breeze.
Okay, so I'm guessing since you're skeletons, bludgeoning would be the best.
Yes, actually.
Okay, so I have a staff.
Okay.
So can I use my staff to just beat the shit out of the
Yes, you
closest
can. Give
one?
me an attack roll. That's going to be with disadvantage because you are reaching over the protective shield of Max right now.
Okay. I'm not gonna hurt him though.
No, you're not. It's just
Okay.
going to mean you have to
Roll
roll
one.
2d20s.
2d20.
Take the higher of the two.
Lower of the 2.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
I can't see.
4.
Oh
So-
god damn it! And the other was 18.
Yep.
Yep.
So
Shit.
you're going to be unsuccessful as you swing down onto it. You're missing over Max's head. He's a bit too hulking in the way.
Thanks a lot, Max.
Welcome.
No, he is. He's blocking the door. Because right now, they're going to have 3 disadvantaged attacks on Max, as he's got his shield in the way. First one is going to miss. Second one's going to miss. Third one's going to miss. They're all just cha-cha-cha with some short swords trying to hack away at Max's shield. Breeze, next.
I'm going to. Let's see. I'm just gonna hit him with the scimitar over his shield.
Okay.
I like this protective. That is.
And Max just really absorbing this doorway, preventing his comrades from hitting. Max, it is now your turn.
Can you move out the way a bit,
Yeah,
son?
is there any way that can I move into the room
Max,
at all?
moving into the room will cause you to be, you'll occupy the last square that is available, but you'd also have to push them back as they've now encroached around you. So you'd be squeezed in with them.
I would just say post up.
I can go for like a tackle kind of thing. As in, like, I can just fucking it's 3 skeletons and it's like a really small space.
That's true. I don't imagine skeletons are the strongest of creatures.
Not so much.
They're just bones. They don't have any muscle.
I ain't got any guts. They're scaredy cats. Warm this little wiener booty up.
Yeah, I fuck it.
There was a
I'll show
joke
this
in there, it's
number
just
number
fine.
3 again.
Okay.
10.
10 is not going to hit as you're going to miss that skeleton. Taking us back to the order with Denaria.
I'm gonna try to bludgeon again with my staff.
Okay. Disadvantaged.
So 2, good. And I have +1 on the attack bonus for the staff. Does that mean anything?
Yes.
You should add 1 to
The attack, because she's
attack
proficient.
throw.
Yeah, because she's proficient with it.
So
But
then
she's
I
got a
add the
minus
plus the
strength.
1 and the +2 dexterity.
No, because you're
No,
making
that's
you're making a melee attack with your staff, and you have a -1 to your strength. And so even though you're proficient with it, you have a -1,
Okay.
or you have a +1 to your attack.
Okay. 17 and
8. It's not going to hit as you swing over top. With that, they're going to do 3 disadvantaged attacks on Max. First one's going to hit.
20?
16. Base. He's going to do 7 damage. Second is going to miss. Third is going to miss. And third is going to actually drop his weapon down onto the ground. We're back to Breeze.
Alright, we're just gonna... so I can't move in at all, because Max is in the
blocking
way.
the doorway, yeah.
Okay.
I do. Can I throw a torch as a weapon?
Yes, it'll just be a ranged attack.
Yeah.
It'll be improvised, so you won't add your proficiency with it, but it'll just be your
Is
dex.
fire gonna hurt the skeletons though?
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, whatever. We're gonna go for a swing at number 3.
A swing at number 3.
So that's a 10.
10 plus
12, 13.
13. All right, that is actually going to hit the skeleton. Which one? 1, 2, or 3?
It's a 3.
Yeah, 3.
Okay.
And then
Does that knock him down?
I do not actually know what I roll for a scimitar.
D8.
You want me to
It
look?
might be a D6. Mind pulling up the weapons page? I believe it's a D6. No, because a D6 is a javelin. It's a D8.
It's a D8.
It's a D8. There's no way it's a D10.
Alright.
Yeah.
My scimitar for damage type I have 1d6.
Oh. Oh, you already did that. Shit.
I found the
Alright.
book.
6 it is.
5. Awesome.
You also get to add
Or
your
is that
strength for
6? Yeah, 6.
6. All right, and that's going to be enough to shatter that skeleton to pieces, causing him to fall to the ground. And number 3 is gone. That being the same one that Max hit earlier. Max, it is now your turn.
Okay, so now I'm going to move into the room,
Okay.
filling one of the 2 open steps.
So there's one open space right now. You're
Yep.
filling still the only accessible square out of the room.
I'm gonna swing at number 1 this time.
Okay. Gonna miss.
Yep.
All right, and we're back at the top of the order with Denaria.
Can I move in the room, or like at least in the
You
doorway?
can move to the doorway now. Max is still blocking the interior of the room, but you could squeeze and use W move to squeeze around him into the other open square if you'd like to get into the room with him as well.
I would. Can I still attack in this round?
Yes, you can, and you can also like bear up or change into different animals if you'd want to do something like that.
Still not worth it. So I'm gonna go into the room
'Kay.
and then use my staff again for bludgeoning.
Okay.
Do I roll 2 now, or do I still? No, I not have.
No, you don't have disadvantage, so it's straight roll.
What do you get?
10.
Plus
10 plus shit. Which one?
attack bonus.
1. So 11.
11 is not going to hit, as you're going to miss on the skeleton. Swing now with him just ferociously and fiercely missing. Flailing away.
Ah.
So one skeleton is going to attack on you, straight
Oh,
roll. One is
joy.
going to attack on Max.
9.
Hit on Denaria. That didn't even turn over. 5 points of damage. So you're going to take 5 points, Denaria, and Max is going to be missed.
So for the 5, so I put that there, I like minus 5, and now
Yeah.
I'm at 12.
Exactly. All right, Breeze, we're up to you.
Awesome. So, since she is in there, I'm gonna step into the doorway and then just take a swing at number 2.
Okay. You swing down onto the ground. You hear the metal of your weapon clinking against the earth. And you are going to strike Max right in the butt.
Oh god!
You just said it clinked on the ground.
Well, you know, because it clinked on the ground as you dropped it,
and-
it bounced back
up?
up. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
No, you
okay,
always,
so
it
up
always
the butt.
bounces back.
Up the
Hey,
butt.
touching
Alright.
yourself.
At the
fucking
last
with
trap door,
airheads,
you took an
stuff,
L,
sticking in the
but
ass.
at this one,
Man.
you bounced back. And you're going to do 3 points of damage right into Max's ass. Max, It is now your turn.
Your turn on not cool, bro.
And remember, you were stabbed in the ass at the end of this 6 seconds, so this all breeze jamming you up. Takes about 3 seconds before you hear the chink of the metal on the stone before the next 5-second jamming.
It would have hit me.
Hmm?
It would have hit me.
Mm-hmm. It was a crit fail.
Because I'm in the doorway.
Because you're in the door right now. He's
Actually
behind you
attacking.
trying to make it the attack in.
How's he still trying to attack around? Like, how am I still being attacked around? Because there were 3 skeletons.
There are 2 skeletons in there now.
There were 3, but
Yeah.
like, and so I wouldn't have. So I wouldn't have. Been,
He's not the one attacking. The skeleton's not the one attacking you.
wouldn't
He crit failed on the attack, and it was a major crit
right,
fail.
but he was just swinging at number 2.
He's still one of the ones in the room, and whenever I roll a crit on a crit fail, a 4 is the self damage to a teammate one. 1 is doing damage to your own weapon.
Randomly assigned.
Yeah,
damage?
it's randomly assigned. It's on the 4-sided die. Whenever
but
you do a
you
crit
like-
fail, a 1 is drop your weapon, 2 is damage your weapon, 3 is.
But is it just like randomly attack a teammate after that?
Yeah.
Just completely random.
It's the next person advantageous to you.
If he was swinging at number 2, and if it's a room where because I don't think I'd be blocking the door at this point. If there were 3 skeletons and there was still a spot left in the room, I would have been able to get in the doorway.
Your square leads.
I was in front of number 1, not number 2, because he was swinging at number 2.
Are you trying to make it so that I can get stabbed in the
Yes,
I'm getting
because
stabbed in the ass?
because I'm
He's
very
low on
low.
hit points.
Thanks. Way to treat a lady with
This is how. He's in the doorway. This is how that room signs up. That's why, remember, it was
squeezed
only 1
past
square of movement that is the entrance and exit of this room.
Okay, I thought it
He's
would
still
have been.
yeah, no, he's trying to do the
I'm-
diagonally.
I'm-
It's
on my round thing. I squeeze like past like around
Yeah.
you. Like,
So then he wouldn't be able to swing at number 2,
it was the disadvantage attack on number 2.
but he wasn't even within range, right?
They've
he
been
had
within
the whip.
range this entire time because remember these 2 were squanched up trying to attack both of y'all. It's a small room, so they're encroached upon within the opportunity attack range. Anything within that 5-foot square is within opportunity attack from from that direct one, and disadvantage attack from the other side, as he's leaning in for that square for the attack.
So who's at a disadvantage if they're attacking?
He's doing a disadvantage attack for attacking either of these. She is no longer at a disadvantage.
I'm up in arms with you, bro.
Yes.
And then they were attacking a disadvantage earlier because
They were attacking these because you were in the defensive position with your shield in front of them, and they were all 3 trying to make it into this 1 square to attack.
Okay, cool. Got that now.
Howdy ho, Neverinos. Nothing much, just doing a little live streaming of some late night D&D.
He just got stabbed in the ass.
Yeah, he just got stabbed.
I didn't. Well,
He's
I
butthurt about it.
Well, I just didn't quite realize that it was like this.
Yeah.
I thought that
Probably
the
still in
entrance was more
Albert's
like
seat, right?
Yeah, see, that's what-
into the-
He's warming his ass up, so you're good.
No, I got that now.
Yeah.
You want to be a cameraman?
And now we're to Breeze.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
My first time was the first day that I met you, I think. It was
Okay.
at Clockworks. Had no fucking clue who you were.
Oh yeah, I remember. And he came back to you
Where's it,
after.
my go?
Yes, it is now your
Maybe.
go.
I think so.
I think it was him.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.